Dental practice owners, I'm going to lay out the entire blueprint on how you can start getting more patients online. So picture it like this. You're on this end of the bridge where you're posting but nothing works, you have a generic Instagram presence, you have no time for social media, you're relying on word of mouth which just isn't scalable, and then you have no predictable lead flow. But you want to be on this side of the bridge here where you're the go-to dental practice in your area, utilizing this brand new social media gold rush where every business is profiting from. You want a predictable new patient flow, and you want to present yourself premiumly online, and most importantly you want everything hands off. But what's actually stopping you from going from this end of the bridge to the other end? Well, that's what I like to call the gap. Let's go more in depth into the gap. So the reason why this gap is there is because there's a lack of strategy in your content, which means you're just posting random stuff. You're not posting authority building content, which means you're not generating trust online. And then you have no systems in place, which ultimately means that you're not getting predictable leads. Now let's dive into the solution. The solution is what I've named the Lead Authority Accelerator Blueprint, and here is exactly how it works. This is the blueprint we actually use with our own clients to get them from overlooked to the authority. The Lead Authority Accelerator Blueprint fixes this bridge. You can see in the middle there, it's fixed, and it fixes it with bricks. But if one brick is missing, the entire system collapses. So we need to dive in detail into each brick, as they're all as important as each other. Brick number one is your strategic positioning and your offer. You want to craft an irresistible and high value treatment offer. So we've actually created this sheet here which can help you with this. Number one, choose one patient and their problem, so you can heavily dive deep into their concerns. So the patient type, their number one concern, and their desired results. Number two is you need to promise the outcome. So we will help you get the result in X time frame. You need to keep it specific and measurable. So for example, straighter teeth in 6 months. That would be a good result time frame. And the shorter that this time frame is, the more appealing your offer will be. Number three, defining the core package. So what is actually included? These could be a free consultation, a 3D smile scan, a personalized treatment plan, teeth whitening kits, follow-up checkups, anything like that which increases the value of your package. Number four is you need to lay out a timeline. In day one, this will happen. Week one, this will happen. And by month one, you'll start seeing visible progress or whatever the result is. You need to lay this out for your ideal client to be able to see. Number five, increasing the belief. So you can pick 2 from these lists that I've listed here, or you can create your own. So before and after photos, patient testimonials, free initial consultation, satisfaction guarantee, a clear treatment roadmap. This is just so the client feels safe and secure. Number six is you need to reduce the effort and the sacrifice. So make it as easy as possible. Online bookings, finance or payment plans, flexible appointment times, and then removing obstacles such as paperwork, scheduling, and upfront costs. Number seven is you want to reverse the risk. So you can do this by offering a money back consultation guarantee, free extra aligners until you've achieved the result, a free whitening kit offered for free, or extended support after your treatment. You need to structure it so that you take the risk and not the patient. Number eight is you need to create urgency and scarcity. So we only take X new Invisalign patients per month, but I don't really like this one anymore. It's getting overused. So I like to go for these bottom two, where there's an expiring bonus, where free whitening kit for every sign up before the date, or the intake window where you would say next start date is on X date, because I know that you dental practice owners out there, you are very, very busy. So the last thing you want to do is be getting yourself busy for no reason at all. That is why we need to make sure that we nail these numbers on this. Number nine is making the start as frictionless as possible. So for example, a low deposit, £100, £350, whatever it is, just so you can cover the initial costs, and any profit you get from the patient, that comes later down the line. At the moment, you want to make the deposit as low as possible. Offer a free consultation and then pay later, or a trial aligner fitting. Adding in any of these make it easy for the patient to say yes. Number 10 is a pricing structure. So you need to pick one of these, a monthly payment plan, all-inclusive package, or a deposit plus installments. But my favorite one is this monthly payment plan here, where there's 0% interest, and make it clear that there's 0% interest on that. Now, the last thing to do is once you've completed all the above tasks, add in all your answers into this template sentence here, and you'll come out with something like this example here. Get your dream smile with Invisalign in as little as 90 days, or we'll continue treatment for free until you're satisfied. It includes a free consultation, 3D smile scan, and a whitening kit. Start today with a £99 deposit, only 10 spots available this month. This is what I call a very, very good offer, because the offer, like I said earlier, you need these bricks, and if you don't have every single one of these bricks, the whole system is going to collapse. So the offer is a foundation, and that's why I put it as brick number 1, because the offer is the foundation of everything you do. The ads will not perform, the organic content will not perform unless you have a strong offer. Okay, now on to brick number 2, which is the content authority system. You want to be shooting once per month with professional videographers for around 2 to 4 hours, capturing all the organic content and the ad content that you've planned out beforehand. This is an example of one of the plans we've created for one of our clients. So one type of content we planned out was B-roll content, just so this is an asset for the brand. Another type of content was authority building content, where, for example, here they're explaining about Invisalign or the EMS machine. And then another type of content was TikTok style content, which is just engaging. So for example, reacting to bad veneers on TikTok. Then as we go into the ads plan, we've actually tried something different. So we've tried a street interview. So how important is it when on a first date that he has straight white teeth? That would bang as an ad. With a good call to action at the end, that would bang. Next thing is direct talking to the camera, obviously calling out the ideal customer straight away, listing the problem, the dream outcome, and then the process and the CTA at the end. Then we have just a graphic and then a B-roll video, like a graphic, but just video basically. These 4 creatives we test as ads. Obviously I can dive more in depth about the ads and creating the content, but here's just a quick snapshot of how some of our content days at dental practices look like. And the next brick is the paid ads machine. This is essential for this whole system to work. You want to be targeting locally, you can use retargeting methods, and this is what actually gets you the weekly patient leads. So I told you guys I am not holding back on this video. Here is basically a good audience that we can use. So ages 25 to 45, which is the prime Invisalign market, young professionals, etc. So their relationship status, we can do them as engaged, recently engaged. You know, everyone wants a good smile on their wedding, so they're going to splash the cash and obviously get Invisalign or get bonding or implants, whatever it is. Then the next thing is people in professional careers, you know, corporate, finance bros, consulting, lawyers, etc, etc. The next thing is lookalike audiences. We can basically duplicate the type of people that are looking at your content and your website and create a lookalike audiences. And then we can also use retargeting, where it's a similar sort of thing. And the next thing is a local radius. So if your clinic in London, usually 3 to 7 miles works best. Sometimes we can experiment with wider radiuses or narrower radiuses, but on average, this works quite well with dental practices. So here is an example. Ages 25 to 45, location 5 miles around, let's say your clinic's in Canary Wharf, interest in Invisalign, cosmetic dentistry, beauty clinics, wedding planning, Gucci, Selfridges. Obviously these will target those higher income people who can spend more. And then their behavior, recently engaged. And here's just an insight into some of the ad metrics. Pause this video, take a look at these. On here, obviously per pound we spend, we get £6 out. So if we've spent £1,000 in ad spend, we'll get £6,000 out. And here is how the ads look. Obviously you can see that is how the ad pops up on your page. Kaboom. Now onto brick number 4, which is our organic funnel system, where we will be turning our organic content into consistent inquiries through DM automations. And with organic content, you don't really want to be too salesy, because people will look at your content and see that you're just trying to sell them. So that's why I prefer these automations, because it's just, they're reaching out to get more information. So at the end, add a call to action which says, DM us the word teeth or DM us the word white, and we will send you more information regarding this treatment. And here, what you can do is set up an automation. I use the word leads, for example, but you can use the word teeth. When the user sends a message teeth or comments teeth, it will add a tag and there'll be a smart delay on it. So 11 seconds after they send you that message, it will say, hey, thanks for responding. Tell me more about your business and I can see if this could be a good fit. This is what I use within my business. So if you look through my reels, you can see that I've been using this. But you guys, you can customize this message. You will say, hey, thanks for responding. Tell me more about your situation, or tell me more about why you want white teeth, and then we will see if we can help you. Whatever it is, yeah? Next, tracking and scaling, which is as huge as the offer at the start, because if we're not tracking what works and scaling things up with ad spend, then how are we ever A, going to scale, or B, learn from the content we've created and just improve? You're not if you don't track and scale it. So you want to be monitoring the results you're getting with the ads, scale what works. Usually within the ads, you have a small period where you're just seeing which ad performs the best, because obviously we have those 4 creatives which we're running. You want to see which one works the best. Obviously the more creatives you have, the better. But you will just be experimenting, seeing what works the best and cutting out what doesn't as soon as you can identify that, and loading all of your ad spend budget onto what does work. And the same applies with organic content as well. If one type of content isn't working or one type of content isn't appealing to your ideal audience, you want to cut that out as soon as possible and just focus on what works. So obviously this is something that our clients get, is they get their own client portal, so that when they sign with us, they have this client portal where they can see everything from the ad metrics down here all the way to a content approval board, you know, where they can see their posted content. They can see another approval board, and they can see all the projects. So each month is a separate project, each shoot is a different project. And then obviously you have the Google Drive, the Slack links, all of that stuff. It's just a nice little system that we've built for all our clients, keeps everything in one place really. And it's easy to track, scale things, and literally just take this to a whole nother level. So how long should it take to see results? If you're doing this properly, within the first month, you will be seeing steady weekly leads. By month 3, you would have dominated locally, and you will be the go-to name in your industry, in your certain area. I can't guarantee you that, but that is what we've seen with a lot of our clients. And if you're implementing this whole system correctly, I don't see why that wouldn't happen. So if you are a dental practice owner and this does seem appealing to you and you want to implement this whole system within your business, just book a call with us and we'll show you how we can implement this entire system and take things to the next level and utilize this social media gold rush.